Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Selby here. I'm gonna do a little video here to kind of do the Chapter 3, Lesson 2 quiz. All right. Hopefully, by taking this little quiz, you guys can kind of figure out using the strategies that I use and kind of figure out what you need to study more. And hopefully, this will help you on any future quizzes you take. All right. So, name the postulate or theorem that concludes angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. All right. So we look at angle 1, angle 2. I mean, I can tell, number one, when I just look at it, on angle 1's intersection, it's on the top right. And on angle 2's intersection, it's on the top right. These are not consecutive interior angles because angle 1 is not interior. This is not alternate exterior or alternate interior because they're both on the same side of the transversal. This is going to be a corresponding angles postulate, okay? And don't forget, whenever there's corresponding angles, they're always equal. All right, and also for consecutive interior, they're always supplementary, not equal. So that would definitely not be the correct answer. All right, find the measure of angle 2 if line GH is parallel to line H, or line G is parallel to line H. Line WY is parallel to line XZ, and the measure of angle 5 is 70 degrees. All right, so we've got 2 here, we've got 5 here. Those are alternate interior angles, as you can see. They're both interior inside of G and H. The transversal here is WY. So in that case, they're interior and they're on alternate sides of the transversal W and Y. They're going to be alternate interior, which means they're going to be equal. Therefore, the measure of angle 2 should be 70 degrees. All right, let's keep going a little bit. Number 3, if line M is parallel to line N, and line AC is parallel to line BD, and the measure of angle 3 equals 108 degrees. What is the measure of angle 7? All right, so the first thing we want to look at is compare angle 3 and 7, see what kind of relationship they have. They're not corresponding. They both appear to be interior angles, right? Because they're both, I would say that the line here is M and N. Those are the 2 lines, and transversal appears to be BD, okay? So they're both inside of M and N. All right, so they're both interior angles. Not only that, they're both on the same side of the transversal, which is BD. So in that case, they're consecutive, all right, and they're interior, which means they're going to be supplementary. So we know that 3 is 108. Supplementary would mean 3 plus 7 would equal 180. So 3 is 108. So if we subtract 108 from 180, whatever's left should be 7. So 180 minus 108 should be 72 degrees. All right, so find the measure of angle 2 if the measure of angle 1 is 8y minus 6 and the measure of angle 2 is 7y. All right, so in this case, we can look at this and realize that these are parallel lines and this was the transversal. Even though it doesn't cross, okay, it stops at the transversal, they're both still corresponding angles. They're both on the top right-hand side, okay? So angle 1 and angle 2 are actually congruent. And what we can do here is we can look at this and we can say 8y minus 6 equals 7y, angle 1 plus angle 2. All right? So if you subtract 7y from both sides, okay, the first side, 7y minus 7y is going to be 0. Okay, 8y minus 7y is just going to be y. So we got y minus 6 equals 0. We can't have y minus 6. We just got to have y. So we add 6 to both sides, y equals 6. These minus 6 plus 6 cancels out. 0 plus 6 is 6. Y equals 6. All right, we know that angle 2 is 7y, okay? So we do 7y, we know y is 6, so it's 7 times 6, and it's going to be 42. So our answer for this one, what is going on? Why is it all funky? Yes, there we go. Okay, so answer for this one should just be 42 degrees. All right, find the value of x. As you can see here, we have 3 parallel lines here in the transversal. So this one's kind of crazy. As you can see, we might have to solve for z, we might have to solve for y, and then we might have to solve for x. It sounds like an awful ton of work here. All right, luckily, you don't have to do any of that work. You can just look at this and identify it, okay? Number 1, whenever you have 3 parallel lines like this and the same transversal that cuts through all of them, you only need any 2 of these lines will work. So we can actually cut out the middle line and pretend the middle line doesn't exist. These are both exterior angles, and they're on alternating sides of this transversal, which means they're alternate exterior angles, which means they're equal. So 126 and x are the same thing. So therefore, 126 would be our answer. If you wanted to, you could solve this whole thing. You could say that 126 equals 6z minus, or 126 plus 6z plus 6 equals 180 because they're a linear pair. or you could say 126 equals 5y minus 4, and you could solve for z and y. I wouldn't recommend it. Seems like a lot of work. This one's much easier. Just look at it and say 126 equals x because they're alternate exterior angles. All right. Hopefully you had a good time on this. Let's just double check, see how we did. Boom, 5 out of 5. It's like I just took this quiz in advance to make sure I got all the right answers. All right. So, yeah, hopefully you got them all right, correct as well. If you have any questions on this, you're like, Mr. Selby, how did you do this? I don't understand this. Please reach out. You can always message me on Schoology. You can always email me. You can always come to my Zoom office hours. I hope everybody's doing really well. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Remember, stay happy, healthy, hydrated, and safe. Is this going to work? Yeah.